The west coast of the United States spans 7,863 miles of coastline, stretching to 55,429 miles when including Alaska and Hawaii. Within these coastlines are 29 national parks, each with its own unique allure. In this video, we'll share with you our top 5 list of these national parks on the West Coast. Number 5. Nestled in eastern California, right along the Nevada border, lies the expansive and awe-inspiring Death Valley, the largest national park in the contiguous United States. This dramatic landscape, part of the Mojave Desert, sprawls across Inyo and San Bernardino counties. Famous for its extreme temperatures, Death Valley earned its place in the record books on July 10, 1913, when Furnace Creek sizzled at a blistering 134 degrees Fahrenheit, the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth. Whether you're approaching from the east via Nevada and Las Vegas, or from the west near the charming town of Lone Pine in California, this vast desert offers a gateway to one of the most striking environments on the planet. Before their first visit, many people picture Death Valley as a barren wasteland, imagining it as a lifeless, dry expanse of endless sand without a single spot of shade. But this legendary landscape defies expectations with its vibrant and diverse beauty. It's a place where massive sand dunes stretch for miles, mysterious sailing stones move on their own, and canyons burst with color. The valley is also home to rare, unique wildlife and boasts breathtaking peaks that soar 11,000 feet above the desert floor. Death Valley is far from lifeless. It's a stunning, dynamic world waiting to be discovered. The park is famous for its breathtaking super blooms of wildflowers, though they don't occur every year. When the conditions are just right, the desert comes alive with vibrant waves of purple, gold, pink, and white blossoms. For those hoping to catch this natural spectacle, plan to visit between February and April, when the lower elevations are usually adorned with seasonal blooms. The racetrack at La Playa is renowned for its enigmatic sailing stones, large rocks that seem to drift across the parched surface of an ancient lake bed, leaving behind mysterious trails. For a long time, scientists were baffled by this curious phenomenon. However, research has revealed that it's a blend of wind, rain, and other environmental factors that set these stones in motion, solving one of Death Valley's most captivating mysteries. A trip to Badwater Basin offers a truly surreal experience. This vast salt flat holds the record for the lowest point in North America, sitting at a staggering 282 feet below sea level. During the scorching summer months, you can take in the view from the comfort of your vehicle. In cooler seasons, venture out onto the salt flat with a brief 1/4 mile walk to witness the distinctive salt polygons that make Death Valley famous. These striking salt formations create a mesmerizing landscape that seems to stretch endlessly. Ubehebe Crater offers a fascinating glimpse into the power of Mar volcanoes. This dramatic sight was formed when molten lava met groundwater, creating steam that built up enough pressure to burst through the surface and form a crater. Ubehebe Crater spans about half a mile across and plunges nearly 750 feet deep. There are 3 main hiking trails. One that circles the crater, stretching about 3 miles. Another that descends into the crater, which is shorter but challenging due to a 700-foot elevation drop. And a mile-long trail leading to the smaller crater known as Little Hebe. If hiking isn't your thing, you can simply drive up to the parking lot and enjoy the view from there. This impressive geological feature is thought to be at least 2,000 years old, making it a remarkable example of natural history. The Funeral Mountains a sub-range of the Amargosa Range, create the eastern boundary of Death Valley, straddling the California-Nevada border. The Funeral Mountains are among the most distinctive and recognizable peaks in Death Valley. Visitors exploring the Furnace Creek area are sure to capture stunning photos of these dramatic summits, which rise sharply from the desert floor and dominate the distant landscape. Devil's Golf Course earned its eerie name from a 1934 Death Valley guidebook that famously quipped, "Only the devil could play golf on such unforgiving terrain," and the name has endured ever since. This jagged salt pan was once submerged beneath the waters of ancient Lake Manly, a vast lake that may have been over 600 feet deep at its peak. When the lake dried up thousands of years ago, it left behind a dense concentration of minerals. Over the centuries, salty water seeped up from the muddy ground, and as it evaporated, it formed the sharp, rugged salt formations that cover the area today. Constantly shaped by the forces of wind and rain, these salt spires grow at a glacial pace, just an inch every 30 years. Located on the route from Furnace Creek to Badwater Basin, Devil's Golf Course is a quick stop worth making, so plan to spend about 20 minutes marveling at this otherworldly landscape. Nestled behind an unassuming yellow landscape, the vibrant colors of Artist Palette are the crown jewel of the Artist Drive scenic loop. Here, you'll be captivated by a natural rainbow of hues splashed across the hills, created by volcanic deposits rich in minerals like iron oxides and chlorite, which give the terrain its stunning spectrum of colors. The beauty isn't confined to Artist's Palette alone. The entire Artist Drive loop winds through hills sculpted by water's erosive power, offering sweeping views of the rugged Black Mountains and the swirling white salt flats below. While there are no official trails along the loop, several pullouts provide safe spots to park and explore this unique landscape on foot. Though Artist Drive and Artist Palette are beautiful at any time of day, sunrise and sunset bring out additional shadows and changing light that further enhances the allure of this incredible place. When visiting Artist Palette, plan to spend about 30 minutes detouring from Badwater Road along the one-way Artist Drive scenic loop. Perched 5,575 feet above Badwater Basin on the ridge of the Black Mountains, Dante's view is a photographer's paradise, offering some of the most stunning panoramas in Death Valley. The brilliance of sunrise and sunset at this spot is nothing short of spectacular, and despite its popularity, a short hike along the ridge to the north will lead you to quieter areas where you can capture the perfect shot. For those seeking a more challenging adventure, the Ridge Trail to Mount Perry offers an 8-mile round-trip hike with a 1,200-foot elevation gain, rewarding hikers with even more incredible views. This lofty vantage point provides a perspective unmatched anywhere else in Death Valley, allowing visitors to appreciate the vastness and beauty of the landscape from a distinctive new angle. If you have visited Death Valley before, let us know what your experience was like in the comments below. Number 4. In the remote forests of southern Oregon, a breathtaking caldera cradles the deepest lake in the United States. Encircled by sheer cliffs, Crater Lake is the remnant of a towering volcano, once taller than Mount Hood, that erupted nearly 8,000 years ago. What remains today is a lake plunging to 1,943 feet, making it the deepest in the nation and the 9th deepest in the world. What makes Crater Lake truly captivating is the extraordinary clarity of its waters, where ultraviolet light penetrates to remarkable depths. National park experts consider this lake to have some of the clearest waters on Earth, with light reaching hundreds of feet into the nearly 2,000-foot basin. As you drive along the rim, the lake's ever-changing palette, from striking azure to deep cobalt, rich cerulean and vivid sapphire, can be so intensely blue that words may fail to capture the full spectrum of its brilliance. Crater Lake is the centerpiece of Oregon's only national park, but it's far from the only highlight. The park offers countless ways to explore its natural beauty, from trails leading to stunning viewpoints and geological marvels, to serene waterfalls tucked within old-growth forests. In the winter, the landscape becomes a snowy paradise, providing some of the most scenic snowshoeing adventures in the state. To truly experience the park, you'll need to hit the trails. The only way to reach the shores of Crater Lake is by tackling the steep and scenic 1.1-mile Cleetwood Cove Trail, which rewards you with the chance to swim in crystal-clear waters on warm summer days. This is just one of several trails starting from Rim Village. For a more leisurely hike, the Discovery Point Trail is a favorite, offering stunning views from the rim with minimal effort. Another gem is the Sun Notch Trail, which leads to the Phantom Ship Overlook, where you can spot a rock formation resembling a tall-masted ship. Over half a dozen seasonal trails provide spectacular views of the lake, while others, like the Pinnacles Valley Trail, take you through dense forests and past volcanic spires. When winter arrives, the park transforms into a haven for Nordic skiing and snowshoeing. Each season, rangers offer free snowshoe tours, making it easy for beginners to explore the snowy landscape, with equipment provided at no cost. Every visit to Crater Lake revolves around its breathtaking views, and the best way to experience them is by driving along the scenic Rim Drive. This seasonal highway, open from late spring through fall, winds around the lake, offering 30 scenic overlooks and pullouts where you can soak in the awe-inspiring vistas of Crater Lake, its rugged cliffs, and the enchanting Wizard Island. To fully appreciate the 33-mile route, which is also a segment of the 500-mile Volcanic Legacy Scenic Byway, allow yourself at least 2 hours. The drive is also a favorite among road cyclists. If you prefer to relax and focus entirely on the scenery, consider boarding the Crater Lake Trolley. Departing from Rim Village, the hub of the park, this narrated 2-hour bus tour is led by park rangers and operates daily during the peak summer months, typically starting in July. The trolley stops at the best spots to capture photos of the lake, ensuring you don't miss a thing. While the most iconic views of Crater Lake are captured from the pullouts along Rim Drive, there's a way to see the lake from an entirely new perspective. For a more immersive experience, consider booking a guided boat tour through Crater Lake Hospitality, the park's official concessionaire. These ranger-led tours depart from the water's edge, so be prepared for the challenging hike down the Cleetwood Cove Trail. You can choose between 2 tour routes, one that circles the entire lake and another that makes a stop at Wizard Island, where you can disembark and hike to the summit of the ancient cinder cone. In addition to the lake, the park is home to several picturesque waterfalls, with the 2 most famous ones easily accessible during a drive around the lake. Vidi Falls is the most visited, located just steps from Rim Drive. This spring-fed waterfall cascades gently down a forested bluff, dropping about 115 feet over 3 tiers. Nearby, you'll find another popular waterfall, Plaquenil Falls, accessible via a short and easy hike. The 2-mile round-trip trail leads to a serene spot where snowmelt streams over a moss-covered cliff. For those with a backcountry permit and the necessary experience, the wilderness of Crater Lake offers the chance to camp beneath towering conifers, truly immersing yourself in nature. However, for most visitors, a more approachable option is the Mazama Campground. Nestled in an old-growth forest with 121 tent sites and 75 spots for RVs. Like much of the park, the campground operates seasonally, typically opening in June. From July to September, it's reservation only. If camping on the ground isn't your style, but you still want to enjoy the great outdoors, consider staying in the furnished, ADA-accessible cabins at Mazama Village, which offer modern comforts like showers and real beds, while still providing a cozy, woodsy experience. Perched nearly 1,000 feet above the lake, Crater Lake Lodge offers the park's most mesmerizing morning views. This historic lodge, which first welcomed guests over a century ago and was thoroughly renovated in the mid-1990s, retains a distinctive charm that sets it apart from other grand lodges in the American West. Its rooms blend rustic comfort with cozy elegance, and the most sought-after accommodations provide stunning vistas of the lake. The lodge's public spaces are equally impressive, featuring grand stone fireplaces and a front patio adorned with rocking chairs, all perfectly positioned to take in the dramatic scenery. Crater Lake is famed for its heavy snowfall, averaging over 40 feet annually, making it one of the snowiest spots in the US. Although the park remains open year-round, many of its roads and attractions are only accessible during the summer months. July and August are the most dependable times to visit, with the park coming alive with wildflowers and activities. During these peak months, Rim Drive is typically open, trolley buses circle the lake, and guided boat tours explore Wizard Island. May, June, and October can be more variable, with the Northern Park entrance and Rim Drive often not opening until mid-June. For those experienced with winter driving and passionate about snow sports, winter presents a magical opportunity for Nordic skiing and snowshoeing amidst this tranquil landscape. If you have visited Crater Lake before, let us know what your experience was like in the comments below. And please take this moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We would love for you to join us on our next adventure. Number 3. Named after the majestic peaks of Washington, Olympic National Park is a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts set in the heart of the Pacific Northwest. As both an international biosphere reserve and a World Heritage Site, the park encompasses nearly 1 million acres of diverse landscapes. Explore its lush temperate rainforests, stroll along 70 miles of pristine coastline, kayak on tranquil lakes, and delve into fascinating tide pools. For those seeking a greater challenge, the park boasts over 100 backcountry campsites and the chance to conquer its rugged centerpiece, the 7,980-foot Mount Olympus. Despite its seemingly modest elevation, the summit is crowned by impressive glaciers, including the 3-mile-long Blue Glacier, and requires an 18-mile trek, expert mountaineering skills, and a demanding Class 4 scramble to reach the top. Olympic National Park is unique due to its absence of roads, with 95% of its expanse classified as federally protected wilderness where vehicles are prohibited. The primary route to access various park entrances is Highway 101, which circles the park. Be sure to keep your fuel tank full, and if you plan to explore the park's deep interior, be ready to travel on foot. One of the park's most enchanting features is the Hall of Mosses Trail in the Hoh Rainforest. This brief, flat 1.1-mile loop invites you to wander beneath towering Sitka spruce and western hemlock trees draped in lush moss. The trail is accessible year-round, though dogs are not permitted. For a more invigorating hike, consider the 6-mile round trip to Hurricane Hill, where you'll be treated to breathtaking panoramic vistas of mountains and water. On clear days, the views extend to Vancouver Island and parts of the San Juan Islands. For a full-day trek, head to Lake Ozette and embark on the Ozette Triangle Trail. This 9.4-mile loop, with a 538-foot elevation gain, offers a diverse experience through both forest and coastal terrain. From June through September, campsite reservations can fill up quickly. To immerse yourself in the temperate rainforest, book a spot at Ho Campground. This year-round facility is ideal for adventure seekers, offering summer ranger programs and even riverside campsites along the Ho River. For a more secluded experience, consider the smaller, remote North Fork Campground. Alternatively, enjoy the soothing sounds of the ocean at South Beach Campground, which overlooks the Pacific Ocean and provides beach access. Popular campgrounds like Fairhome, Callalok, Mora, Ho Rainforest, and Staircase also require advance reservations, while other sites operate on a first-come, first-served basis. Wilderness camping is available with permits opening for reservation each April for the summer season through October. For a remarkable backcountry adventure, obtain a permit for popular trails like Seven Lakes Basin High Divide Trail and Royal Basin. The Seven Lakes Basin High Divide Trail offers expansive views, with 19.3 miles of mountains, lakes, wildflowers, and glaciers. The Royal Basin Trail presents an 18-mile round-trip hike leading to the beautiful Royal Lake, showcasing the beauty of the Eastern Olympics. Throughout the year, the park's large lowland lakes provide excellent opportunities for outdoor recreation. From May to September, you can rent canoes, kayaks, paddle boats, or paddleboards at Lake Crescent's Log Cabin Resort or the Boat Hut at Lake Quinault. Additionally, during July and August, Lake Quinault Lodge offers scenic boat tours in the morning, afternoon, and at sunset. Step out of the car and immerse yourself in a new perspective by embarking on a guided boat tour at Lake Crescent, located 18 miles west of Port Angeles. This deep, tranquil lake, plunging 624 feet below the surface, offers a 90-minute journey where you'll uncover its rich history, geological wonders, and the indigenous stories tied to its waters. After the tour, take time to explore the nearby hiking trails, relax with a picnic, or take a refreshing dip during the warmer months. Rowboat rentals are also available from Lake Crescent Lodge. These guided tours operate from Thursday to Sunday, between mid-June and mid-September. Fishing in Olympic National Park is largely a catch-and-release activity, with few exceptions. The Park Service collaborates closely with 8 native tribes to craft fishing guidelines that both protect indigenous fish species and offer recreational opportunities for park visitors. No visit to Olympic National Park is truly complete without soaking in the rejuvenating waters of a hot spring. The top destination for this experience is Soul Duck Hot Springs Resort, situated west of Lake Crescent within the park. The hot springs are fed by rainwater and melting snow, which then flow into 4 spa pools with temperatures ranging from a soothing 50 degrees to a toasty 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Resort guests enjoy direct access, but you can also reserve a 90-minute session in advance. Keep in mind, though, that the springs close during the winter months. Given that 95% of the park is designated as wilderness, cycling opportunities within the park are limited. One notable exception is the 4-mile Spruce Railroad Trail, a partially paved path that traces the northern shore of Lake Crescent, offering a peaceful escape from the traffic on Highway 101. Just outside the park's boundaries, Olympic Discovery Trail stretches 135 miles from the historic seaport of Port Townsend to the Pacific coast at La Push. Over half of this trail is reserved for non-motorized use, providing a fantastic way to explore the peninsula by bike. Additionally, the 25-mile Olympic Adventure Trail, a mix of single-track and double-track, is open to mountain bikers, hikers, and horseback riders, offering an exciting off-road experience. Cyclists are welcome to all the park roads, and those seeking a serious challenge shouldn't miss the opportunity to ride up to Hurricane Ridge. If navigating traffic isn't appealing, consider joining the Ride the Hurricane event held on the first Sunday of August each year. During this event, the road closes to motor vehicles, allowing cyclists to tackle the 40-mile round trip from Port Angeles to Hurricane Ridge, with plenty of room to enjoy the ride. The ideal time to visit the park is during the summer months, from June through August, when temperatures are warm and wildflower meadows are in full bloom. Though it's also the most popular time, so expect crowds. Early fall, from September to October, offers another great window for visiting. While the weather can be unpredictable, the rain usually holds off. The park receives most of its rainfall between November and April. For those who don't mind a bit of wet weather, the earlier months of this period can offer a more secluded experience. January through April is generally less appealing for most visitors as temperatures drop and many lodgings and campgrounds close. However, winter sports enthusiasts will find a haven at Hurricane Ridge, where 30 to 35 feet of snow blanket the mountain each year. Just be sure to check avalanche conditions before heading out. If you have visited Olympic National Park before, let us know what your experience was like in the comments below. Number 2. Yosemite National Park. Sprawling across 1,189 square miles at the edge of California's Sierra Nevada mountain range is a geological masterpiece. The park's iconic rock formations were forged from a vast mass of granitic rock formed deep beneath the Earth's surface. Over time, the forces of erosion and uplift sculpted the valleys, canyons, and domes, but it was the glaciers that ultimately carved Yosemite Valley into the breathtaking natural wonder we see today. Established in 1890, Yosemite is now the 5th most visited national park in the United States and the most popular in California. Despite the influx of visitors, there are still plenty of ways to experience the park's splendor without being overwhelmed by crowds. The park is divided into 4 main regions: the central Yosemite Valley, which houses most of the facilities, lodging, developed roads, and major attractions; the southern Wawona area, home to the renowned sequoia groves; the central Tuolumne Meadows area, offering high alpine hiking, Tenaya Lake, and Lyell Canyon; and the lesser-known northern Hetch Hetchy Reservoir area, where a massive dam and stunning vistas await those willing to venture off the beaten path. Every visitor to Yosemite National Park should make time to see the iconic sights that have made the park famous. From roadside viewpoints in Yosemite Valley, you can admire the towering granite face of Half Dome, watch climbers scale the sheer cliffs of El Capitan, and take in the majestic beauty of Yosemite Falls and Bridal Veil Fall. A drive out of the valley offers a chance to experience the breathtaking vistas at Glacier Point. While these short paved trails provide ideal spots for capturing memorable photos, be prepared to share these popular areas with many others, especially during peak season. Yosemite's vast, 748,542-acre expanse boasts 800 miles of trails, ensuring that there's a hike for everyone, regardless of your fitness level. You don't need to be an expert hiker to enjoy the park's trails. Explore the park's website or visit a ranger station to find a hike that matches your abilities and schedule. For those looking to escape the crowds, day hikes from Yosemite Valley and Tuolumne Meadows offer a more serene experience. The 1.6-mile Mist Trail near Curry Village is a great option, offering stunning views of the powerful Merced River and Vernal Fall. While the climb can be demanding, it's achievable for most people in decent shape. If you're up for more, continue another 3/4 miles to the top of Vernal Fall or challenge yourself with a 6-mile trek to Half Dome. In Tuolumne Meadows, The 1.5-mile Soda Springs Parsons Lodge Trail is a gentle walk that takes you through picturesque alpine meadows, along the Tuolumne River, and past bubbling springs. The historic stone lodge at the trail's end often hosts summer programs with naturalists and artists, adding a cultural touch to your hike. Perched high above Yosemite Valley, Glacier Point offers one of the park's most breathtaking panoramas. Despite being only a few miles away from the valley floor, the drive from Yosemite Village to Glacier Point takes between 45 minutes and an hour due to the significant elevation change. At Glacier Point, a brief and accessible trail leads you to multiple vantage points where you can marvel at Half Dome from the side and take in the sweeping views of Vernal and Nevada Falls. For those craving a bit more adventure, the road to Glacier Point provides additional hiking options. About a mile from the top, you'll find trailheads leading to Sentinel Dome and Taft Point. These 2.2-mile hikes offer stunning vistas and a more immersive experience in the park. The ascent of Half Dome is a bucket list challenge for many. This 14 to 16-mile round-trip hike is among the park's most strenuous and demands thorough preparation. To avoid congestion on the final ascent, which involves climbing cables, Yosemite has introduced a permit system. Each March, you can enter a lottery to secure a permit and undertake this iconic hike. Yosemite Falls, one of the tallest waterfalls in the world at 2,425 feet and the highest in North America, dominates much of Yosemite Valley's landscape. Its impressive height is actually composed of 3 distinct drops. The falls can be admired from various vantage points, including Yosemite Chapel, Yosemite Valley Lodge, and even from the heights of Glacier Point. Despite its grandeur, Yosemite Falls is a seasonal spectacle. By late summer, the waterfall often dwindles to a mere trickle, as the snowpack feeding Yosemite Creek has melted away, leaving the falls dry for months until the rains return. In winter, you might spot a snow cone at the base of the upper fall, while spring brings a thunderous roar as the snowmelt swells the flow. El Capitan, rising over 3,000 feet above Yosemite Valley, draws rock climbers and admirers from around the world. For the best views, head to El Capitan Meadow, which also offers stunning sights of Lower and Middle Cathedral Rock and the cathedral's spires. Some argue that these towering spires rival or even surpass El Capitan in majesty. From spring to fall, climbers from around the world tackle El Capitan's sheer walls, drawn by the challenge and splendor of this vertical wilderness. The ideal times to visit Yosemite are in May and September. During these months, the park is accessible without the peak season crowds. Many of Yosemite's roads and trails are closed for much of the year due to snow, which can begin as early as October and persists through March. This seasonal closure drives a surge of visitors during the summer months, making it the park's busiest season. To avoid the summer rush, aim for late May or September. Late May is perfect for seeing the waterfalls at their fullest from melting snow, while September provides cooler weather that's excellent for hiking. If you have visited Yosemite before, let us know what your experience was like in the comments below. Number 1. Denali National Park and Preserve stretches across 160 miles of the Alaska Range. Its towering granite peaks and snow-capped summits, often shrouded in clouds. Spanning over 6 million acres of pristine Alaskan wilderness, the park's crowning feature is Denali, the highest peak in North America. At a staggering 20,310 feet, Denali commands the landscape, towering above the horizon of Alaska's largest cities, Fairbanks and Anchorage. Given the park's immense size, starting your adventure might feel overwhelming. To make the most of your visit, take advantage of the park ranger programs. Rangers offer guided hikes, educational talks, and bus tours. You can find a schedule of these ranger-led events at the Wilderness Access Center or the main visitor center campus, which also houses a cafeteria and bookstore. Additionally, the Muri Science and Learning Center, located near the traffic circle by the visitor center campus, hosts educational programs including field seminars, teacher training, and youth camps. During the winter months, this center also serves as the park's winter visitor center, providing essential information and services when other park facilities close. For those keen to explore the trails independently, consider the Savage Alpine Trail. This 8-mile round-trip hike rewards you with panoramic views of Denali National Park and a stunning glimpse of Mount Denali when the skies clear. If the full hike feels daunting, you can opt for a shorter 4-mile trek and use Denali's transit bus or shuttle for your return trip. Denali National Park and Preserve features 6 campgrounds along Park Road, each offering distinct locations and access to various parts of the park. While Riley Creek and Savage River are the only campgrounds directly accessible by car, others can be reached via the transit or camper bus. Riley Creek Campground, with nearly 150 sites, is situated just off Denali Park Road after the park's highway turnoff. This campground, nestled among spruce trees along Riley Creek, is conveniently close to the Riley Creek Mercantile, Denali Bus Depot, Visitor Campus, and several hiking trails. It is the most accessible campground in terms of park amenities and is also the only one within the park that provides cell phone coverage. Most of the 92-mile park road into Denali National Park is closed to private vehicles, making the bus system the best way to explore the park. You have 2 main options: narrated tour buses and non-narrated transit buses. The Natural History Tour and the Tundra Wilderness Tour offer guided experiences with naturalists on board. These narrated tours highlight the park's top sites and include stops for wildlife viewing, with options for both half-day and full-day excursions, depending on your desired travel distance. Reservations for these tours are recommended, and you should check the Denali National Park website for the latest visitor information. For a more independent adventure, transit buses are the way to go. These hop-on, hop-off buses are ideal for campers and hikers looking to explore on their own. They are less expensive and do not include narration. Hikers can disembark at any point along the park road and catch any passing bus to return to the park entrance after their hike. Additionally, there are free shuttle buses that run a loop through the park entrance area and extend out to Savage River at mile 15 on the park road. Exploring Denali's wilderness offers a variety of thrilling river adventures. Daily departures are available from local rafting companies for whitewater trips through Nanana Gorge, scenic floats on the upper Nanana River, and combined excursions featuring both scenic and whitewater experiences. Multi-day overnight rafting trips are also an option. Whether you choose paddle or oar rafts, operators provide essential gear like dry suits for whitewater and offer free transportation from local hotels, along with safety briefings by experienced guides. Inflatable kayak trips are another exciting option. Both rafting and kayaking present affordable ways to experience the park's stunning landscapes, with or without the rush of whitewater. Nanana Raft Adventures offers trips that range from 2 hours to 2 weeks. Don't miss the sled dog demonstrations in Denali Park. These sled dogs play a vital role in park protection and are the only sled dogs in the US dedicated to safeguarding a national park. During peak season, park rangers conduct 3 daily demonstrations at the park kennels, where visitors can photograph and interact with the dogs before the show. For a different perspective, consider a zipline tour that takes you high above the park. Denali zipline tours offer breathtaking views of Denali and the surrounding Alaska Range. Alternatively, explore the park's rugged terrain with an ATV tour from Denali ATV Adventures, available in 2 or 4-hour options. For a truly unique experience, opt for a flight-seeing tour by plane or helicopter, providing unparalleled aerial views of Denali and the Alaska Range, with optional glacier landings on ski planes offered by many operators. Denali National Park welcomes visitors throughout the year, but the peak season runs from mid-June to mid-August. The official visitor season spans from mid-May to mid-September, or until the second weekend after Labor Day. Outside this period, typically in spring and fall, visitors often rent vehicles to explore the park on their own. However, snow can make roads challenging as early as September and usually persists until May. In winter, vehicle access is restricted, and the park's landscapes are best explored on snowshoes, cross-country skis, or winter bikes. This season offers a unique opportunity to view the northern lights, taking advantage of the extended hours of darkness. If you have visited Denali before, let us know what your experience was like in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you found this video useful. We really appreciate you for it. And take a peek at this next video about national parks we're sure you'll enjoy.